Hello everybody, my name is Kat Dunford and I'm a clinical social worker at the Home-Based program. Today I'm here to talk to you about some tips and suggestions for building your own self-care routine and why this can be so important for caregivers during periods of stress. Self-care can help us improve our overall physical and mental health, but it also can be a preventative approach to helping us be better able to handle stressful situations as they arise. So if you're wondering if you need to be practicing self-care, you can check in with yourself on some of the stress warning signs that might come up. So physically, under periods of stress, we might notice that we're having more headaches or stomach aches. We may notice that we're experiencing increased muscle tension. Behaviorally, we might notice that we're falling back on unhelpful coping strategies like increasing our use of alcohol, tobacco, or other substances. Emotionally, you might notice that you're more prone to cry easily, or that you're feeling kind of irritable or angry with the people in your life. You may also notice that you're feeling kind of keyed up or on edge all the time. And cognitively, during periods of stress, you might notice that you're feeling forgetful or feeling like you're spending a lot of time in anxious rumination, or maybe just having trouble keeping track of things. And these can all be really great cues that it's a time to check in with how we're taking care of ourselves. And this is really important for caregivers because practicing self-care not only helps us be better able to handle the challenges and setbacks that can come with caregiving, but it can also really help us be there emotionally for the joyful and loving times too. And those are the times that are really important to be keyed in with and be there emotionally. So what is self-care? Self-care is any actions or behaviors that we're taking to improve our overall well-being, both in the short term and the long term. And this can be in all areas of our life. It could be our physical health, our emotional health, our cognitive health. It could be in our relationships, maybe in our spiritual practice. It could even be in our work or occupation. And it's really easy in these things to fall into black and white thinking, to think, well, I haven't been to the doctor in 10 years. Why should I start now? Or to think, I'm already so overwhelmed between work and my responsibilities at home. I don't have time to do anything else. Now that's really normal, but it's important to know that self-care doesn't have to be expensive and it doesn't have to be time-consuming. Self-care can be something we start really small and build up. So the first step to building a self-care routine is to identify one of these areas of life that you'd like to work on. And once you've picked one, start to brainstorm some ideas or practices that might help you feel fulfilled or might be helpful in this area. And then you're going to pick one. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It could be as simple as setting aside the time to make your annual visit with your primary care doctor. It could be setting a date to talk to a friend once a week to catch up on how they're doing. It could be even setting aside 5 minutes at the beginning or end of each day to practice using a mindfulness application or spending some time journaling. And as a caregiver, self-care might look like asking a loved one or a trusted person in your life to help you with your caregiving responsibilities so that you're able to make time for these really important tasks. And again, self-care is a gradual process. If you're feeling overwhelmed with where to start or feeling like you're not sure where to start, I'd encourage you to take a self-care inventory. You can find one through the National Alliance on Mental Illness at www.nami.org and by searching self-care inventory. And this can be a really great tool to checking in with all the areas of your life and not only finding areas that you might need to work on in terms of your self-care practice, but also giving yourself credit for areas that you might already be doing really well in. So hopefully this was helpful in sparking your own self-care practice, and thank you for joining us today. Please stay tuned for more tips and suggestions, and if you'd like to connect with Home-Based about our mental health or clinical services, please reach out. Thanks so much and be well.